intended to go after Al-Qaeda, and the Pakistani government did it on the basis of intelligence that it had gathered and that the US support them in this. He said that it was a tactic of the Taliban or Al-Qaeda or people on both sides of that border who were trying to commit acts of terror, that they are going to do everything they can to create carnage and kill civilians, said Snow. The spokesman said that the situation is tough and President Musharraf is showing determination and is in a situation that certainly has its political perils, and it requires courage and determination on his part. Still to come, more exciting stories from Pakistan. Stay with us.
Our family's been tested. As yours?
With emotions running high in the frontier province, the British Prince Charles and his wife, the Duchess of Cornwall, were forced to drop plans to visit the province.
Britain's Prince Charles cancelled a trip to the northwest frontier province on Tuesday as anti-Western Islamists stoked ethnic Pashtun tribal anger over the Pakistan Army's attack on a militant-linked madrasa a day earlier. Having arrived late Sunday night, Prince Charles and Camilla, the Duchess of Cornwall, met with President Pervez Musharraf and Prime Minister Shaukat Aziz at the start of a 5-day tour that British officials have termed an exercise in soft diplomacy. The British heir to the throne had intended to visit a madrasa or religious school in the provincial capital of Peshawar, but it was deemed too unsafe for him and his wife Camilla, the Duchess of Cornwall. They instead went to Fatma Jinnah University in Rawalpindi, the garrison city next door to the capital, before going on to the town of Taxila, an ancient seat of learning that Alexander the Great passed through during his conquest of Asia Minor.
Religion has once again become a source of conflict and intolerance. But one of the tasks of education must surely be to engender the acquisition of wisdom. And wisdom tells us that all the great religions provide a different path to the ultimate source of truth.
The prince spoke out against extremist outlooks that are creating conflicts both between and within faiths. The royal couple chatted with staff and students. Security concerns meant the royal couple's chances of meeting ordinary Pakistanis during their 5-day visit were limited even before Monday's October 30th airstrike on a madrasa in the Bajor tribal region near the border with Afghanistan. The military said around 80 suspected militants were killed in the attack. The airstrike sparked protests in towns across the volatile frontier province where opposition to President Pervez Musharraf's support for the war on terrorism runs deep.
Prince Charles attended a dinner hosted by President Musharraf in honor of the royal couple. President General Pervez Musharraf said on Wednesday that Pakistan and the United Kingdom were cooperating closely in the global war against terrorism and hoped that the multifaceted relations between the two countries would gain further strength in the coming years. He made these remarks at a banquet he hosted in honor of Britain's Prince Charles and his wife Camilla, Duchess of Cornwall, at the President House. The banquet was attended by Prime Minister Shaukat Aziz, Speaker National Assembly, Chief Justice of Pakistan, federal ministers, services chiefs, diplomats, businessmen and elite of the city. Expressing firm resolve to combat terrorism and extremism, the President said that Pakistan had been in the vanguard of the global war against the twin menaces. Pakistan's resolve to eliminate terrorism and extremism has been appreciated worldwide, he added. He, however, renewed his call for the international community to address the underlying causes of terrorism rooted in the sense of deprivation and unresolved political disputes. President Musharraf appreciated the efforts of the Prince of Wales for interfaith harmony and his interest in promoting Islamic history, heritage and culture. He said both Pakistan and the UK have been friends and partners in promoting peace and prosperity and hoped that the cordial ties between the two countries would be further cemented in coming years. The President described the Pakistani community in the United Kingdom was another strong bond between the two countries. He thanked Prince Charles for the quick response and support in the aftermath of the devastating October 8th earthquake. Talking about peace and stability in South Asia, the President said Pakistan has been endeavoring to establish durable peace in the region and making efforts to resolve all outstanding disputes with India, including Kashmir. Prince Charles highly appreciated the statesmanship and resolve of the president to resolve outstanding issues with India and said that his country fully supports these initiatives by him and Indian Prime Minister Manmohan Singh. The prince said he and his wife are very happy to be in Pakistan and were touched by the hospitality extended to him by the president and the Prime Minister. Prince Charles, who also visited quake-hit areas in Azad Kashmir early in the day, said that he was very impressed by the hope and resolve shown by the people against the calamity of such a magnitude. He also praised the armed forces of Pakistan for the great job done in the rescue phase and later in the reconstruction and rehabilitation of the people in the quake-ravaged areas. The Prince Charles's first visit to Pakistan was not all politics and business. The media was delighted to report lighter aspects of the royal couple's trip to Pakistan. Here's more.
Britain's Prince Charles splashed out on an $8 mortar and pestle for his wife Camilla during a trip to the Buddhist archaeological site outside the Pakistani capital on Tuesday. Having had a planned visit to Pakistan's volatile northwest frontier province cancelled due to security concerns, the royal couple instead went to Taxila, an ancient seat of learning, and Buddhist centre, a short drive from the capital Islamabad. Charles and Camilla climbed 247 steep steps to the top of the Julian Stupa at the World Heritage Site, and as they made their way back, the two royals were drawn to a handicraft stall run by Abdul Jabbar. After scanning the ornaments and marble chess sets on display, the Duchess of Cornwall picked out the largest mortar and pestle for sale, and the Prince of Wales stepped forward to ask how much. A happy Jabbar got the 500 rupees or $8 he asked for without any of the customary haggling. He shook hands with Charles and Camilla, wrapped the gift in newspaper and handed it to an aide who paid him. The royal visit is aimed at forging goodwill in a country where most of Britain's Muslim minority have relatives.
Time for us to take a short break. We'll be right back. Stay with us. And here are the top stories from business in Pakistan.
The inflow of foreign direct investment into Pakistan more than doubled to $1 billion during July to September this year. The country attracted investment in a variety of areas including